The title of this series is How to Outgrow Yourself. And I don't mean that as a catchy hook. It seems as though self as it's currently understood and self as we currently practice it, the world might benefit. We might benefit, and those that we love would certainly benefit if we outgrew ourselves. To kind of walk through this, I think it would be useful to talk about the self and how the self forms. If we're going to outgrow it, I think it's good to kind of examine what the self is as it's currently understood and as it's currently practiced. And then to see if there are ways that we can grow beyond it. For those of you who have some fears and trepidations about outgrowing yourself, let me assure you that it will only increase degrees of freedom. Outgrowing ourselves will only give us more options. Outgrowing ourselves will only make our lives more harmonious and less friction-ridden. I've said before, nobody wants to have a self that disappears, or no self, because who wants to be the hole in the middle of the donut? So we're able to maintain a self. However, we're going to talk about ways that we can understand self, reframe self, and some practices that will help us grow beyond the limitations of our conditioning. So let's start in the beginning. Let's start with birth. Good place to start. And it appears as though we're not a self at birth. That self is something that we learn. We learn about a self. We learn to be a self. We learn to identify with a self. But if we examine carefully, we might find that at birth, we are awareness. Sometimes, in some traditions, it's called a luminous space or a luminous field of awareness. Awareness, understood that way, is essentially unstructured consciousness. It's a knowing capacity. And what we know is learned. The reality that we live and the reality of ourself is learned. So we're born with a luminous field of awareness or consciousness and sensory fields and motor networks. So it's the motor networks that we eventually learn to move and enable us to get about. And it's the sensory fields, the sensory field of sight, smell, touch, hearing. What am I missing? Say it again. Taste. Thank you. Those, we can think about those as fields of awareness. And we receive from those fields. And then those fields enter our consciousness or our luminous field of awareness. Everything else is content. Everything else is content.